Razorbacks. Taking on a squad hoping to prevent another L this week, the Baylor Bears. 3A Sports College Football, I'm Reese Davis, joined here in the booth by a couple of legends, and yes, we do use that term loosely. David Pollack from the University of Georgia and former Gator Jesse Palmer. Guys, let's get down to the field. And the Bears will get us underway with the opening kickoff. That one bounds through the end zone, and it'll be a touchback. So the Arkansas Razorbacks offense will go to work first. Looking for a physical attack from the gun. Gets it across the 30 to the 31, a pickup of 5.
Defensively, with all the space now and spread football, there's so many opportunities where it's one-on-one tackling, and it's really hard to do. It's hard to get guys to the ground that are so talented. That's why defenses have to swarm to the football, get multiple guys there. That's your best chance to not have broken tackles.
And the Razorbacks with a second and short to keep this drive moving.
42 Spider. 42 Spider.
The give to the back. And he never had a chance. Just stopped cold as soon as he got it.
Well, they're just trying to run the ball, but that time there was absolutely nowhere for the running back to go. And as a result, that's a tackle for loss.
On 3rd and long, trying to have a big completion here. Snags it over the middle. Doesn't quite make it to the first down marker. He's a yard short. You would have really hoped that you would have gotten that extra yard on 3rd down, but now on 4th, and maybe you still have to go for it.
And it's interesting. 3rd and 1, you throw the football. The more physical team usually wins. Do you feel confident enough to run the football early in the game, in your own territory? Can you go get 1 yard with the running game? I'm always the guy that's going to roll the dice and go for it.
So Baylor's offense will get the ball for the first time. And the heart of this team clearly rests on the offensive line. A group of maulers, David, who take pride in what they do.
Man, I think if you're a coach, you take pride. Like, it starts up front. Like, you win and lose games with physicality, and they lean on all the big fellas up front, the hog mollies, the big uglies, the most unselfish players on the field.
It's old school, man. We're in an era of college football where it's up-tempo, spread, air raid. Games are still won and lost, though, in the trenches. And because this is one of the best offensive lines in all of college football, that is a huge advantage this offense takes into each and every game.
Offenses don't like being in these situations. They don't like having little success on 1st and 2nd down, because now you know I got to pass the football. I got to air it out. It makes me really predictable. So let's make sure you take care of the football and find those plays you really like.
It'll be 3rd and long. To the air, it's Doyle. Dumps it to the back. Intercepted, and the defense has set him up. No real chance on the return, but they've got it at the 34. Great place to start for this offense. Off the play fake on 1st down. Using his legs to buy some time. On the run deep down the right side. Touchdown, Razorbacks! Hauled that baby in and then strolled into the end zone for the score.
Big-time players make big plays in big games, man. And it seems like each and every week when this guy has an opportunity in the end zone, he's coming up with the big one. That time, great job focusing and concentration. Defense not able to cover him. That's his now 10th receiving touchdown on the year.
From inside the 15, chance for a good return. He was looking for more running room, but none to be found as he stopped at the 23. Baylor has it back, and here comes the offense. Finding themselves down 7-0, they'd love to get a drive going here. Looking downfield on 1st down. Moves up to the 34-yard line, give him a 10-yard pickup.
Yeah, and you've seen these curl routes. This is a timing route, understanding the ball's got to come out of my hand right when he hits the top of that curl. Nice job by the QB finding him. Nice catch.
Looking to throw on first down. Just a short pass to the tight end. And the big gain, and they've got it on the 46. The Bears come to the line in the hurry-up.
And as soon as the receiver caught the ball, you saw the quarterback start communicating to his teammates what the next play was going to be because they're now changing the tempo and going fast.
I don't think that's the way they drew it up. Incomplete. Backed up now, here's second and long. Going to the running game. Running to Green. Got enough for the first. They get him corralled, but not until he's in the red zone. They'll mark it at the 14.
Busting big runs like this is a total team effort. Obviously, the back has to find the hole, but you got to have everybody around them doing their job to make it a good play call.
And everybody around them doesn't just mean the offensive line. The receivers getting their blocks downfield is a big deal, too.
It's a huge deal. We always talk about them catching passes, but blocking is so important for their responsibilities.
It'll be second down, and remember, they can pick up a first without scoring. To throw, it's Doyle. He's got it. They get it down to the 7 on that pass play in prime position for a score.
You know, and that's why this guy can play first, second, and third down. You've already seen him earlier in the drive rip off some nice runs, but he can catch the football as well. And they're going to find ways to get him going in all sorts of ways, but you're seeing it specifically on this drive.
They got 0 push up front, and they stopped him in the backfield.
Number 14 on the field goal.
That's the end of the quarter, and Arkansas has the lead. And we've reached the end of one. Before we move on, let's take a look at our stats so far. So now to start the second quarter, they'll line up and try a field goal. It's good. Easy call for the ref. That'll bring him to within 4. And let's check in with Kevin Connors in the studio. Kevin?
Week in and week out, guys, you never know what's going to happen in college football. Check this out. Michigan State is down right now, but you simply can't rule out a comeback. Kirk Cousins had a hand in getting this quarterback to East Lansing, so if he thinks the magic is there, who am I to disagree? It's a close one right now. They're trailing by 1 to East Carolina. Any big developments in this one, we've got you covered with the best studio team in the business, gentlemen.
Thanks for the update on that one, Kevin. Let us know when it goes final. And you really can't be called the Hogs if you're not willing to grind it out in the dirt.
Yeah, and I love calling the offensive linemen the hog mollies. In Arkansas, in that beautiful state, you're going to find a bunch of big, strong individuals. And the identity of that team is usually built on those guys up front.
They're trying to run the football. There's just nowhere to go for the ball carrier inside. He tried to bounce it to the outside. That linebacker way too fast. He met him there and forced the TFL.
They'll go to work in the air on second down. Quickly complete. He's brought down quickly. Minimal gain there. Still a bit short of the first down. Now staring at a 3rd and short from the 40. From the gun. Wants to pass. Plucks it out of the air. They'll get him on the ground at the 46, and it'll be a first down. We asked earlier this week, who's your favorite receiver? And, of course, he said the open one, but we know who he really wants to go to on third down.
The best one. I mean, I think the open one, obviously the politically correct answer, but you want to find the guy that you got that great chemistry with. You know exactly where he's going to be. You got that bond and that trust.
Well, that's great timing by the quarterback and receiver on that out route. If you're going to be running that against man coverage like they were there, that ball has to be thrown early, and it's got to be thrown out in front of the receiver, and they execute it perfectly.
They'll make the stop, but not before they use the screen beautifully and pick up the first down.
How many first downs is that just on this drive? We're going to have to get the training staff to give some IVs and get some bananas, and we better stay hydrated because at this rate, the defense is going to play way too many snaps. first down physicality wins football games. Being able to run the football and create balance. And right here, just choose up another first down, gives you another chance to maybe continue to run the football.
And I feel like this guy, too, is just an explosive play waiting to happen. His vision, his quickness, and he's got a burst. If you give this guy just a crease, he's going to hit it. And right now, he's doing some damage on this defense.
Working well behind the sticks on second down. Here comes the option. And maybe he'll get back to the line of scrimmage, but no more than that.
When you play the option and you play this responsibility football, sometimes your eyes can get lost. They didn't on that play. Nice job honing in, getting in there quickly, getting the quarterback to the ground.
They're close enough for a makeable field goal from the 26, but they'd love to convert this 3rd and long. Dances away. Forced to just throw it away on 3rd down, and now they face 4th. Here comes the field goal unit as they'll try to take the 3. This one will be a 43-yard field goal attempt from the left hash. And he barely got enough of that one to somehow tuck it into the left corner just over the crossbar. Now up by 7 points here in the second.
Man, so many more times we're going to say, go for it, be aggressive. Nice to have a guy you can depend on, and you know you're putting 3 on the board. Nice kick, nice job.
He was hoping for something a little more dynamic, but they get him on the ground at the 20. Plenty of time left in the half here as they take over, but they will want to be efficient here in the final 2 minutes. Got his man on the right. We've seen this from this sophomore, so dangerous after he makes the grab. And the Bears want to pick up the tempo. Dropping back, it's Doyle. Just gets rid of it to the running back underneath. Found a little bit of room to operate, but he'll be stopped just short of the first down. To the air on second down. Under fire. We got a timeout here late in the first half, and they'll try to get more points on the board before the break.
Nice coverage on the back end. Great job. Nothing open right away. The QB holds the ball in the pocket, and the pass rush finally gets home. Sometimes it's the DBs doing great work. Sometimes it's the defensive lineman winning up front.
Working the middle. They've got it just outside the red zone. They'll move the chains. It's at the 21. This offense has had trouble getting it in gear, but maybe a little life here on 1st and 10. To the air on first down. And that's not the way they drew it up. It's incomplete.
The offense just has not been able to find a way to get their rhythm going here in the first half. We just haven't seen it in the passing game. That was a really good example of it again. If they're going to score more points...
He's got it in the end zone! Touchdown, Bears!
Nice job putting a drive together. Nice job punctuating the end of the first half. There's still some time left, Palmer, but they can tie this thing up right now.
Yeah, and this is a staff that has so much confidence in their offense. I like staying aggressive right here, going for 2, taking the lead into halftime, and putting a ton of pressure on the opponent.
He'll return it. He's brought down at the 16. Would have been much better off to take the touchback. The Hogs send that offense back onto the field. Now you find out just how much of a gunslinger you are. Will you roll the dice here late in the half, David?
And you know the defense is going to be really, really conservative, so I think it's an opportunity to be able to take a shot, see how much of a chunk you can get before then you decide really just how you want to finish the half.
You just can't turn it over and throw a pick if you're the quarterback here. You have got to be so smart if you're going to be aggressive with your decision-making.
Just a few seconds remaining here as they try to put something up before halftime. Out of the gun, the running back has it. A solid pickup there before the defense is able to make the stop. We've got a timeout in the waning seconds of the half, and maybe a chance to get off a couple more plays. Not exactly the ideal situation for this offense. 3rd and long, backed up inside their 20. What a play by this defense, and they stop him short. It'll be 4th down. The Razorbacks will kick it away to start the second half. He'll bring it back looking for help. Here comes the Baylor offense back onto the field. First drive of the second half, always fun to watch. You see what type of tweaks were made at the half, especially when you're locked up in a ball game like this one.
Yeah, and it's been a good game. I mean, it's been a little bit of back and forth and a feeling out process. And now once you get in the second half, who's going to get aggressive, Palmer? Who's going to take some shots, try to make some plays, and really go for it?
Yeah, it's interesting. I think as play callers right now, you learn a lot about these coaching staffs with respect to who does make the best adjustments. There's a lot of coaches that believe we're just going to be who we are. We're going to keep doing what we do. We're just going to do it better. But then there are others that tweak things a little bit on offense and on defense. We're going to find out here.
Passing game very effective on second down. What about here on third? Dropping back, it's Doyle. He's going to throw deep right side. Oh, he dropped it. That deep ball was right on the money. You just have to make that catch. The Bears will punt this one away. First time we've seen their punt team tonight. No fair catches here, looking for room. He gets a block. Returns like that are why you don't settle for the fair catch if you don't have to. Picks up just a little bit of yards to help out the Oak. And Arkansas ready to send out this offense. And points have been hard to come by in this one. They'll try to put together a drive. Looking to throw on first down. Got him downfield. Finds a crease at the 20. Touchdown, Arkansas! They take the lead with the 6.
One of the reasons this offense is so exciting to watch, they've got guys that are dangerous after the catch. And if this quarterback gets through his progression, David, he hits you in stride, these guys will take it to the house.
Man, it's your job to do the rest, right? You hit me in stride where I don't have to stop running. I don't have to break down. It makes it so easy. The connection between quarterback, wide receiver, you can tell this is a good one, and that's why they got 6 on that play.
He was looking for some running room, but not much to be found as he stopped at the 18. Power football with the run. Spins away from the defender. That one could really put this drive into high gear as they have a first down at the 37. Inside 4 minutes to play here in the third. They're going to ride this running back. This freshman makes the stop after a short gain.
And I kind of like how the running back didn't mess around. Like, just get downhill when you see an opening. A lot of times they close so fast, man. Be decisive, stick your foot in the ground, pick up 3 to 4, and we are not going to complain.
Got his man downfield. They're ripping off chunks of yardage. They get it to the 33. And the Bears will hustle to the line.
Offenses love the explosive plays through the air, pushing the ball down the field. And look at this. Sometimes it creates some momentum, and you want to capitalize. So you go get on the ball and get ready to run some no-huddle.
And the defense holds firm. No pickup at all on that play.
Man, it's been a surprise today for this offense. Like, coming into the game, we all talked about it. We thought they'd be able to run against this defense that's been run on a lot, and this offense just can't get the running game going. Be interested to see what they do to try to change it up, but somehow, some way, they need that physical ground game.
He is going nowhere. Stop at the line of scrimmage. They've got to come up with a big play on this 3rd and long.
Get set.
Leaves it with the back. Not going to get there. Not going to get close as he's brought down at the 30. It's 4th down. And here comes the field goal unit for the 2nd time tonight. He's got it. Showing off that big leg from 47 yards out.
And listen, y'all know in the booth and everywhere how I feel about kickers. Don't always love leaving it on their foot, so to speak, but nice job executing. He keeps doing stuff like that. I'll keep trotting him out there.
On the run from inside his own 5. Nice job executing all of the assignments as they put a stop to that return at the 22. First play of the drive comes from the 22. Flips it out on the screen. And he's going to lose yardage. He was looking everywhere for just a little grass and a little air, and none to be found. And the Razorbacks now with a long way to go to pick up the first down. Finds his big tight end. Just what they were looking for to get this drive rolling. They're out to the 35.
They say tight ends are a quarterback's best friend in the pass game because think about it. The tight end's the guy lined up closest to the quarterback, which means generally those are the easiest throws a quarterback has. You saw it on that play.
Breaks into the open. They'll get the first down. It's spotted on the 49. Looks as if we have an injury on that last play, and we'll take a break to check him out. The Razorbacks have it with a 1st and 10. From the gun, the running back looking for room. And he was fortunate not to lose yardage on that play, able to wedge it back to the line of scrimmage. Got stuffed on 1st down. It's 2nd and 10. Looking to fire. Throws to the wideout. Wide open downfield. Chopping up this defense, and they've got it all the way down to the 23.
That's a really nice looking throw, and I'll tell you, he fits in great with this offense because there's been this philosophical shift recently in the SEC offensively. It used to be you had to run the football. High formation, 3 yards in a cloud of dust if you wanted to win. But today, though, you have got to be able to throw if you're going to win. Think about all the great offensive play callers now in the SEC, all the Heisman Trophy winners that have played recently at the QB position. You got to do it through the air, and this guy in Arkansas gives them a chance.
When you're dealing with a deficit like this, it's all about somebody stepping up to make a play, and you might as well start here in the 4th quarter. They're setting up the screen, and it's pretty obvious there was a big hole in that screen, and the defense ran right through it.
Man, those screen passes, I want those defensive linemen to run right up the field, and I want to throw it right over their head where I got some space and I can get my running back going. That is the opposite of what happened right there. There was no space. He couldn't even get going.
And it's taken away by the defense, and they desperately needed that turnover. Nice pickup on the return, but more important, they got the takeaway, and now they're in business. Baylor has it back, and here comes the Bear offense. Guys, that last trip a little disappointing having to take the 3.
And I think, Jesse, you see so many offenses talk about getting yards and the tempo and all the stuff they do. It was a nice job moving the football, but they got to get in the end zone this time.
Yeah, and I think to do that, they just got to be more physical at the point of attack, get some push up front. They need to be the best running team in this game to win.
The give on the inside. Runs ahead and powers his way for 4 yards out to the 30. Now this offense facing a 3rd and long from their own 30. Back to pass, it's Doyle. Pass rush, gets there, gets home, gets him down at the 23. The Bears will send out the punt unit. This will be the 2nd time they've had to kick it away. They'll put a stop to that return as he gets it up to the 41-yard line. The Hogs send that offense back onto the field. That last drive was promising for a while, but you just can't mess it up at the end with the pick, Jesse.
No.
And the quarterback will take a sack back at the 36.
The defense just simply not fooled by the play action. Oftentimes as an offense, you're hoping the run fake's going to slow down those pass rushers, but man, oh man, they had their ears pinned back.
Pressure coming. Got his man to the left. He puts him in business across the 50 into the 46-yard line. It'll be 1st down. Here's this offense with a fresh set of downs. They'll keep it on the ground. They want this clock to move.
Well, you got to give this offense a ton of credit because normally they've got the lead because of this running back. Today, it's actually despite him. They really haven't gotten the production out of him that they expect week in, week out. You got to give the defense credit for that. But other guys on offense have been able to step up enough to make the plays necessary to give them the lead.
Trying to get the edge on the toss. Sweet cut there. He stops him at the 31, but not before. He picks up 10 yards on the play. And the Razorbacks are on the move.
Here we go.
Use the play fake, now to throw. Flushed out of the pocket. Throwing on the run. It's caught. And he takes it all the way down to the 10-yard line. An explosive play for this offense.
Such a tough spot to be in on defense because you're trailing, you're expecting the offense to run the football. They just did it on the last play, and then on a critical third down, they go play action, and they throw it over your head. You got to feel...
And the pass rush is effective, and they tackle him at the 19. Defense uses a timeout quickly, trying to get that ball back and preserve time for their offense. The Razorbacks have put themselves in dire straits after that last play. It's 2nd and a mile. On the move, he fires. Just too much mustard on that one. Can't miss the target that badly.
And those sting for offenses, man. You've got an opportunity to get in the end zone, to get the touchdown. It's not easy. It's hard to get guys open. He comes open, and the quarterback, man, I bet he wishes he had that one back.
Certain moments in the game you know are just a little bit bigger. Here's one of the big play coming on 3rd and long. Looking to throw, and he needs a bunch. Touchdown, Razorbacks! Made the grab in the end zone for the score. They extend this lead, and it looks as if they are going to make it 2 wins in a row.
I like the aggressive play calling by the offensive coordinator on that drive as well. There are a lot of coaches that would have played it very conservative, very close to the vest, run the ball, and punt it away. Count on your defense, not this guy. He was going to take some shots, count on his own guys to get it done. And now with that touchdown late, they've got a 2-possession lead.
And he's coming out of the end zone. I know he thinks he can house every return, but sometimes you just have to take a knee as he stopped at the 14. Here comes the Baylor offense back onto the field. They didn't get much done the last time they had it, and to punt it away from deep in their own territory, hoping this drive will be more productive. Looking downfield, it's Doyle. Got his man. And he's brought down after a nice gain. And the Bears want to move quickly.
I don't know if this defense knows what just hit them because they gave up the completion, they gave up a 1st down, and now here's the offense back up at the line of scrimmage again, going tempo.
And that's your goal. Separate man from ball. Try to get your shoulder in there on the catch point and really give him something to think about. Physically jar that football and knock it out. Nice job by the defender.
On 2nd down, he'll try to make the connection this time. Oh, he's got some space. He steps out right at the 40-yard line, and now they are in business moving toward midfield. The Bears have it with a 1st and 10. Hand off from the shotgun. You'll take this every time. 5 yards on the 1st down play. They want to get this defense on its heels.
Defense came into this one knowing they were going to see some tempo. They've got to get the call from the sidelines, get it communicated, get lined up.
I know it wasn't an interception, but a lot of times tips and deflections leads to interceptions. Great job by the defender getting his mitt on the football.
From the gun, he'll try to throw for it on 3rd down. Makes the grab. He's got enough to move the chains, and they'll spot it at the 47. It's a 1st and 10. Wants to throw on 1st down. He finds a soft spot in the middle. And he's brought down after a nice gain. Man down on the play as the officials take a break to let him be checked out. All the way down at the 33-yard line, it's 1st and 10. To the air, it's Doyle. If the quarterback's a little more on target there, maybe they hook up, but it's an incompletion.
Well, they're not able to hook up on that throw, but they need to score now. At this juncture of the game, this late in the game, they need a touchdown, they need an onside kick recovered, and they need to score again if they're going to win. The sense of urgency is just off the charts.
Gets it to the back. The defense wouldn't let him loose there, and it was a completion, but they lost yardage. They'll hurry to the line here to try to get off that 3rd down play. He's looking downfield to throw. He's got an open man. Got enough to move the sticks. 1st down from the 17. Clock stops momentarily for the 1st down. They'll hurry to the line. From the red zone, he's going to throw it. Got a man. They'll get it down to the 10-yard line on that completion. Sprinting to the line to try to get this one off. Clock's running. Back to pass on second down. And that's going to be incomplete. A lot of contact on the play, but no flags. It'll be third down.
Well, the windows right now to throw into are getting smaller and smaller. How about the defender that time breaking on the ball? It was the hit that caused the incompletion.
They just keep firing. And he was hit just as he released it, and it falls to the turf. And they'll run the field goal unit back out there. This kicker has already banged a couple through. Right down the boulevard. That'll make it a one-possession game. The lead is 8.
And that kick makes it a one-score game, but a lot of work left. Only one timeout left. We've got to get an onside kick. We don't have time to kick it and play defense and get the football back. Onside unit, what's your best look, man? Because you're going to need it right here.
And Arkansas ready to send out this offense. One-possession game, getting late. First order of business, just take care of the football.
So they call this situation 4-minute offense.
There he goes. He's at the 10. Touchdown, Arkansas. Once he got some room, it was over. The mantra is always finish, and they're trying to do that here in the regular season with this Week 12 performance. And the extra point splits the uprights, and the lead balloons to 15. You're not going to keep the lid on this guy forever. Sooner or later, he's going to get loose.
He is. He's a bad mother. Shut your mouth. I mean, this dude can make plays. That's why you keep feeding it to him, because at some point, he's going to break it loose and make a huge play.
Baylor has it back, and here comes the Bear offense. Opening play of this drive comes from the 13-yard line. Looking to throw, it's Doyle. And the sack all the way back at the 5. They'll try to kick it into overdrive. Clock's running, second down coming. Back to pass. He's got his man across the middle. They bring him down, but a solid pickup to put them in position to pick up a first down. Third down play from the gun. Looking down the middle. All kinds of room to throw that one in there. And he picks up a huge chunk of yards on that play before he's finally hauled down. And the Bears come to the line with a new set of downs. Wants to go up top on first down. Makes the catch along the sidelines and steps out of bounds. They'll run him out of bounds, but look what's on the ground. Penalty marker. Just an obvious holding call there, and one that just kills an offense's momentum. First thing you want to do if you're in a hole is stop digging. It's 1st and 20. Looking to throw. Under fire. And the defense will corral the quarterback, and down he goes at midfield. The Bears headed quickly to the line. Going to sling it on second down. And the defense gets loose, bringing the heat, and down he goes again. They get the timeout, and the clock reads 3 seconds. And after this play, the cake will be baked. It is third and long. Let's see what kind of arm he's got. Nowhere to go, and the ball is loose. Winning can become a habit. Now they've won back-to-back games and probably building a little confidence from that.
And you want it to be a habit. That's what you talk about as a coach week after week. Let's build. Let's create momentum and continue to build on it. Continue, and then you look up at the end of the season, you never know where you could be, what dreams you could bring to reality.
At the end of the day, I think good teams find ways to win games. And over these last 2 games, it hasn't always been easy. They've had to overcome some adversity, but at the end of the day, they were able to step up, make the plays necessary, and do that. Very, very impressive.
That's going to do it from here. For David Pollack and Jesse Palmer, I'm Reese Davis, and you've been watching another presentation of EA Sports College Football.